Welcome to my recording of COS 330 Security Honeypot Practical. My name is Tshegofatso Manthata and my student number is U17110310. Yes, I will now carry on with the presentation. As you see, we are presented with two terminals, which will indicate two separate screens indicating two separate types of users. On my right hand side, the screen over here, we will be demonstrating the legitimate access to our server, and on the left hand side we will be demonstrating an attacker's don't judge me spelling. Attackers attempt to penetrate the system. So it was previously advertised. So now this is the scenario. It was advertised that our ports are running on 4 twos. So the port is advertised to be on port 2222. So 2222, but our actual server is on port 222. So it is assumed, for intensive purposes for this demo, we are to assume that because it was advertised that our port is on quadruple 2, the attacker will now use that port to try to penetrate the system, whereas our system is actually on port 222. I will quickly show the SSH honeypot, which is on listening on port quadruple 2 as explained earlier, and the legitimate server, the SSH server, is on port 222. I will now clear the screen and continue to the demonstration. So in this instance, we have two types of users trying to penetrate the system. The user on the right hand side tries to penetrate it, tries to access the system, and then they are then welcomed into the system because they are on a legitimate port. However, the user on the left hand side tries to access the port, but because they're on a mock port, they're stuck in an endless loop. Now, to the naked eye, it seems as if nothing is happening. However, I will now stop the process, repeat it with a verbose command so that we may be able to see what is happening. So once that is run, we see all of these commands, and then we will see the returned junk values. If we give it a bit of time, we will see. I will now expand the window so that the junk values may be seen in more accuracy. As we can see, nothing of value is being returned, and the attacker at this stage will get misinformation and about the system, and they will not be able to do anything with the system. A honeypot mock servers are quite useful in a sense that they occupy an attacker's time so that they may not continue to their other exploits. So this is basically occupying their time, giving them a little bit of hope, but in actuality the information that is being returned is quite useless. That is the end of my demo. I demonstrated an SSH honeypot Thank you so much, and that is the end.